Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are fine and studying at home and giving proper time to your studies. So, you would have received the notification in your WhatsApp groups. We have given a notice in your WhatsApp group about the third monthly test, which is going to be conducted in this month. So our paper is scheduled on 24th of January. On 24th of January, we are going to have a paper of computer science, and for this test, you are going to have chapter number 9, and it has been already shared with you. So today we are not going to continue with the chapter number 10, but we will discuss the chapter number 9. But before going towards that, let me give you the homework because today I am supposed to give you the homework as well. So I will upload the homework in your Google Classroom as well as in your university software. Today we are going to revise chapter number 9. So in your chapter number 9, we have got introduction to Dreamweaver. CS3. Basically, this was the chapter that we have recently accomplished, and we are going to revise this chapter today. But the classwork and the homework that I am going to give you today is for chapter number 10 because some questions were there for chapter number 10 that we had done, but some were there that we did not do. So I'm going to give you this homework so that you can note it down in your. Okay, so last time I think choose the correct answers I had given or not. Let me check over here. Yes, we have done only true false. So we are going to have this question, which is choose the correct answer. For chapter number 10, I am going to give you this. To write in your notebook. Fine. You have to write this, and with that, I'm also going to give you the part A, the theoretical question of this chapter. The part A theoretical question is given over here. So it is not that much lengthy. A very short homework is there that I'm going to give you. Okay. So what you will do, you will note it down in your notebooks, and so that our exercise and question and answer work should be accomplished. Okay. So one question is there for the short question, that is descriptive question, and the rest that I have already told you, it is MCQs. What are the three formats of image supported by the web browsers? Normally, what are the three formats? Okay, so we have to write about these three formats. What are three formats of by a web browser. Okay, so this is the question that I am going to give you. We know that these are the three formats. You know about them: JPEG, GIF, okay, and portable network group, which is called PNG. Can anyone tell me about it? What does it mean? What is the difference between them? And we know that we have also studied this thing in our Adobe Photoshop. We were exporting files, we were publishing files in JPEG formats. Remember? So, can anyone please tell something about it? That actually, what does it mean, and what are the differences between these three formats? So, can anyone please tell something about it? Yes, only one, only two, Mars and Junaid. What about the rest? Don't they know? All these students should know, I think. Okay, first Mars. Yes, please, Mars.
Sir, the differences between them is that one have more file size as they have more resolution.
One has more file size. Which one? No, just tell me about first about
Uh,
the JPEG. JPEG is the famous one that normally we use. JPEG. You know, this one. This one is a famous graphic or picture or image format. Fine. What do you know about it? Where we use JPEG?
sir, it has more, sir, mostly in the Dreamweaver.
Yeah, it is also used in Dreamweaver. We had one when we had made some graphics in Adobe Photoshop, we also converted them. Remember? It was there in our work. If you remember, let me show you once again. We also converted that material into into JPEG format. So why we were converting it into JPEG format? Because we were supposed to
Sir,
use a,
because it
yeah,
is more,
yeah, please.
sir, because it has more resolution.
Uh, Resolution is of course there in the raster graphic. Of course it has. But what is the reason? Reason was that, is there anyone else who would like to say something about it?
Sir, the web browser only supported JPEG. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, that's why. Because if you will directly upload the PSD Photoshop file, so it will not work that much good over there. It will not be compatible with it. So what we were doing, just like I just give you example, just like if we take a new file and we draw something over here, whatever the things are there that you are drawing, okay. When you make a graphic in your Photoshop, so you go to this option which is there in the file, just like I am typing over here PSM. This is a simple file. I am going to, this is a file which is basically a file that I have taken. So I am, when I am going to save it, first I will have to save it. Let's suppose I save it on my desktop. So this is a PSD file. You can see over here is extension. So when we go to save for web and devices, because normally PSD file is only opened in PSD. Photoshop document is opened in only in Photoshop. That's why you need to have a such format which is easily compatible. Not only it could be opened in any operating system quite easily inside the web browser, etc. Okay. Yes, anyone else can please say something? Is there anyone else who can say something about GIF format? GIF format is also a particular format having a specification with about it. It has some, unique characteristics with it. Can anyone tell me about it? What is meant by GIF? Yes, No one knows about it. Kamlesh, Junaid Khurshid, Awais Yasin, uh, Asad, any else student, anyone else would like to guess about it. Now, I'm not saying that your answer should be 100% correct. Even Ma's answer was not that much correct. So you don't worry about it. You should try at least. You should participate. Yes, Junaid. GIF format.
It's
What do you know about it?
it's a small video.
No, only GIF. What does it mean? I'm not saying it is for video or it is for only graphic. Whatever comes in your mind that when in which situation you will prefer JPEG and in which situation you will prefer GIF.
The small size.
Which font size or anything else. Okay, let me take the Suved. He wants to say something about it.
I think it's like a short repeating video.
Good, good. It contains some animated objects, just like I am going to give you over here an example. If I say, let's suppose bird flying, fine, and I'm writing over here GIF animation. GIF will not be a static file just like JPEG, but it will be a file with animation, and you can open it in a web browser. You can open it in a, you know, simple photo software. Even in photo software, just like you know that in Windows we have got one photo software. Just like when I double click on this photo, so it will be open in photo viewer software. Default photo viewer software is always there, just like this one. It is a default photo viewer software. So in this way we can see it. So in the same software we can open the GIF file as well. Fine. So it depends that what is the size of the file, so it takes some time. So for example, take this example. The bird is moving, so I am going to right click on it, save image as. It is an image. It is showing you that this is which kind of image is this. GIF image. Okay, so I am saving it, let's suppose on my desktop. Bird flying. When I will go on my desktop and I will just double click on it, it will be opened in the photo viewer ACDC if you have installed, or photo viewer of Windows. Can you see this? It is showing you an image, but image has some movement in it. Animation, flash animation, swish animation, moving object. Fine. So this type of image is also used when we need to show some movement in the object or animation in the object, but the animation should be short, not that much long. So short animations, short videos are there in the form of images and repeatedly. Now you can see that it is doing the same activity after some time because it is in a loop. It is repeating these steps. Hope so this thing is clear now. Now who will tell me about the PNG? PNG, remember we had discussed in Adobe Photoshop as well. What is meant by PNG format? What does it mean, PNG? Yes, please. PNG. PNG format will be a format which will not have, no one is going to tell about it, which will be having a transparent background, which will be having a transparent background. Hence, when we will use it, so let's suppose if I say bird, or I say, for example, boat PNG image. Okay, boat with the PNG means that its background should be transparent. So PNG file when we will take, so we don't need to worry about the background. Why? Because we are supposed to basically use this in our work. For example, if we are using in our graphic, or if we are using in our, you know, such kind of animation. So if it will have its background with it, it will be difficult for us because it will be containing its white background or something else. So it will be difficult for us to delete that background. We will have to apply different tools on it. But if it is having transparent background, so it shows that basically that this image is basically a PNG image, and when we will save, it will show us. Now, what it is showing? It is showing JPEG. So it means it is not a PNG image. This is how we identify. If I right click on it, if I go there and if I see, this is a JPEG image. So normally that file which contains a PNG format will show you over here that this is the format which is basically a PNG format. So you can find it out by saving that particular file, and you will be able to identify that whether it is a PNG. Now can you see this? It is a PNG file. So this is a PNG file, and I am going to store it on my desktop board. Now, if I go and if I open it over here, so of course, when it will come, you will be able to see that it is having a gray and white boxes. It shows that this is basically a PNG image having no background. Fine. So now if we will put it on some scenery or something like that, so we are not going to have any problem with it. Just like if I go there and I say C cartoon or normal, okay, anyway, whatever. C, we take the C images where we can put this boat quite easily. So we can take any of the good image of the sea, and on that sea what we can do, we can put the, let's suppose this one or whatever you consider that it looks better. So you can take that sea and then you can use it over there. Okay, for example, this one, I go there and I save it on my desktop. We don't need that it should be PNG. No, it is a JPEG file. Now if I go and if I import it in my document, just like over here in the Photoshop, so you will see that when I drop this image on it, right now I am not able to drop it. So what I will have to do, I will have to select it in this way, take the selection tool. Okay, so but when I am dropping it, because since this image is having a different layer with it, so it is coming with the background, but a proper PNG image, now in this situation we will have to delete the background, but a proper PNG image will that we will have, so we will be able to use that PNG image without background. This is the difference, but right now it is not supported over here, but you can find out an image that is a PNG image, and without background you will be able to use it, and we had seen these things in our work. Okay, anyway, without wasting the time over here, but I hope this concept is now clear, that you can drop the image quite easily. Now come towards today's work. I'm also going to give you the same homework in your university as well, so that you can go and you can check it and you have to write it. Okay, then we come towards the chapter number 9, Dreamweaver, and in this chapter, you know that we have gone through all the commands. The unseen questions will be there, and of course you have to go through the text, just like we had done this thing in the previous chapters as well. whenever we had the so right now we are doing chapter number 10, homework 2. I have given you this homework. You have to write it. Write the complete MCQs, okay? Not only the answers, as I have already told you. So this is the start date. You have to do it by tomorrow. It is a very short homework. You will also receive the notification. You will be able to see. Okay. Now we move towards the. So in this revision class, I will also give you today's video that whatever we have studied. So now we move towards the chapter number 9. In chapter number 9, basically we had seen the introduction of what? Introduction of Dreamweaver. Tomorrow in the next class, I think tomorrow is there. This is on tomorrow, I think. In the next class or whenever we will have next class, because on 24th you are going to have your test. So today and in the next class we are going to have only revision for this chapter, and you will go through it and I will ask you in the next class. Keep in mind. Today I am explaining you, but tomorrow I am going to ask you about this chapter number 9. So, what is meant by a Dreamweaver software? It is basically what kind of editor it is. It is what you see is what you get. Whatever you will put in the Dreamweaver, you know that you see the output in the same manner whatever you have put it. Whatever you have written, the text, the image, the size of the image, the borders on the image, the thickness of the border, the color of the border, the whatever you are applying, so it will be displayed. It will give you the output as it is. So it means what you see is what you get. There are some other softwares as well. What you see is what you get, but Dreamweaver is the famous one that normally we use. Dreamweaver side, what these are the theoretical questions, and of course such kind of questions will come in your paper. Dreamweaver site consists of following folders: local root folders and remote folders. Can anyone differentiate about them? What is meant by the local root folder and what is meant by a remote folder? Please raise the hand, and I want to see multiple hands raised. And I will ask the student that who is going to answer for it. Only one or two? Yes, Junaid.
So the local root folder is on the computer and the remote root folder is on the web.
Okay. Can anyone explain about it? What does it mean? Yes, Maz. It is the only difference that it is on your computer and it is on a remote computer. I had discussed with you that whenever you are making a website, you make one folder in which you store all the pages of your work. For example, okay, what kind of pages are there? Let's suppose you will have main page number one. You will have contact page, about us page, multiple pages will be there. So we make a folder in our computer system where we store our website. We do editing using some, just like Dreamweaver, whatever we are doing. So we do some editing over there, just like it is a folder having main page, page 5, contacts us, about us. And all these pages will be linked with the main page. So this folder in my system will be called a local folder. But now it is in my computer system. Still, it is not on the internet. So when I will buy a domain name and a hosting, of course, so in hosting, what will happen that I will buy the space from a server. I will buy the space from the server, which is basically called the web server. If you go to the net and if you write over here, just like I'm just giving you the example. web hosting. So you will see that a number of famous companies are there which are giving you these services. Fine, web hosting, just like Bluehost, GoDaddy, Bluehost. Okay. Similarly, Hostinger, it is a famous website which gives you GoDaddy, it is a famous website which gives you the space for the hosting. Means where you will store your website. DreamHost, it is also a famous one, DreamHost. So these are some examples. There are hundreds or thousands of available web server. Web server which gives you the service to store your website, because when you make a website, you put it on a server from where the users who are accessing your URL will be able to access it. So that particular server is basically on which your computer is, your website is stored, is containing a folder which is called remote folder. Now I hope this thing is quite clear, and we had discussed these all things. You can see over here. Okay, so remote folder will be a folder on the web server, and the local folder will be a folder in your computer. When you have done the work, you will upload it to the remote folder. Fine, that is called remote site. Now, starting Dreamweaver, these are practical things normally not asked in the theoretical question. How do you start the Dreamweaver? How you make a file? But the things like what is the purpose of creating a site and something like that, which are there in this chapter, which are not having steps. So steps questions will not be there, but those questions which are based on the theoretical concepts will be there. Okay. So whenever you open the Dreamweaver, in the beginning it gives you one screen through which you need to select the options that you are going to make a new file, basic or advanced. So basic and advanced are the two options which are appeared in the beginning, as this page is telling you about that one option is their basic site definition, in which we need to define the definition of the site. We can open an already created page, or we can take a new one. So these are the options available over here. So you can go and you can define your site from here as well, and you can directly take the page of HTML. You'll be able to open it. Fine. Okay. So we need to concentrate right now on theoretical parts. So these are the steps how you are going to open. Adding web pages to the folder, how we can add web pages. Of course, we have got this mechanism that we can open multiple pages in one folder in order to make a website, and those pages will be linked together. Okay, we have got now less time, so let me mark the attendance. So we have got right now from Adam to either to Mirkhizar, then Zaid bin Imran, and then Saim. Okay. Now we come towards the work once again. So we can add the web pages, we can add multiple web pages in our work, and we can link them together by using hyperlink. We can even create hyperlinks inside the same page from top to bottom or bottom to up. By default, it gives you untitled.html. So this kind of question can be asked in your MCQs, that what is the name of a default file name, what is the default file name in Dreamweaver and its extension. So you have to select this one, and you can add as many number of pages. There isn't any limit for it. You may be asked in the theoretical questions, what are the elements of Dreamweaver? What are different elements? So you may be asked about title bar, standard toolbar, and different components available in the Dreamweaver. The title bar displays the page title with the file path and file name in parentheses. If the file has, say, unsaved changes, you can see asterisk after the file name. So you may be asked that when we are going to see asterisk, or what is the character when the file is unsaved, which character is displayed in the title. I'm just giving you the example. So you may be asked in this way. The title contains which of the following information? Let's suppose file name and file path in parentheses. Okay. So these are the theoretical things you need to remember. Standard toolbar, the file and edit menus have common operations like new, open, save as, cut, copy, paste, undo, redo. All these are basically available in these tools. So this is basically a menu bar over here, which contains the common operations: new file, open file, recent, close all, save as. We had gone through these all options. When we have done, we can import one file into another format. We can export it in other further format, or we can convert it as well. So these are the options available over here. In the edit, you know that normally undo and redo is there in the edit menu. Cut, copy, paste, all these options are available. So this is a menu bar. Afterwards, you can see over here the common toolbar is available, which contains insert, common, layout, forms, data, spray, text, favorite. Of course, we have not studied each and everything. Why? Because these are not there in this chapter. So we are right now just concerned about those things which are available in our chapter that we are studying. Fine. Okay. Then come to the, so if the standard toolbar is not available, click the view toolbars and standard. So over here, just like I had told you in other softwares as well, that view is the option from where you can open the toolbars, whatever the tool is required to you. So we can go and we can find out from here. Click the view toolbars and standards. So in view menu, we can switch on and switch off some options. Okay, just like it is tool mode, standard mode. So right now we can see over here that the tools are opened in standard mode and toolbar is also there. So insert is there, document is there, style is there, standard is there. So if I click on the standard, so we'll be able to see this. This is basically the standard toolbar over here. You see this one? These are the shortcuts which were not visible before. When I went to the view option and I go there in the tools and I open it, then it is open. Now close it, then you are not able to see it, but we can go and we can go to the toolbars and standard, so we will be able to see these, where we can take new file, open, browse in the bridge, save as, all these options, save all, print code. Okay, we can print the coding as well. Undo redo option is also there. When we will have some work, then we can undo or redo it. Okay, now just like you can see over here, the undo and redo are now active. So this is basically the standard toolbar available over here. Okay, now insert bar. Insert bar contains buttons for creating and inserting objects. Now this could be asked in the short questions as well. Okay, so what is the purpose of the insert bar? Let's suppose. So insert bar contains buttons for creating and inserting objects including tables and images. When you move the pointer over a button, a tooltip appears with the name of the button. What is meant by the tooltip? If you go there, over here you can see that it is insert bar right now. So when you bring your mouse cursor, it is called tooltip. Can you see this? This yellow color description is basically called the tooltip. That what does it do? What is the purpose of this tool that you are going to use? If you need to hyperlink, so then you can see over here there is a hyperlink option is displayed over here. Fine. I hope that now this thing is clear, that how we can see the tooltip, and I had explained you this thing in the last lessons as well. Come to the next point. Okay. Insert bar contains buttons for creating and inserting objects, including tables and images. When you move the pointer on a button, a tooltip appears with the name of the button. The buttons are grouped into categories which you can see by clicking the tabs at the top. Shows the button on the common tab. So these are the buttons which are available, and we see the tooltip over here. Some buttons on the insert bar have an arrow with a drop down menu, means they have more options in them. You can select an option from the drop down menu. It comes it becomes the default icon for the button. For example, the images button usually inserts an image. So image placeholder is also there with it. If you go there, if you go and if you see insert hyperlink, name tag, insert image, now you will open it. This is basically called the drop down menu. So insert image is there, image placeholder is there, image rollover is there. Normally we use it for insert image. So now this is the default purpose, that whenever you will click it, it is going to insert one image over here. Fine, I hope this thing is now clear. So what you have to do, our class time is now over. What you have to do, tomorrow I'm going to ask you, you have to give me a revision whenever we will have class. I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So when we'll have our next class, you are going to have the revision. So you will revise it yourself, okay? And I will ask you that what is the purpose of a specific object in Dreamweaver. Fine. Have you got any question? Anything that you would like to ask? Okay, thank you so much.